Welcome to today's episode of the Heated Sportscast. I'm JC. Alongside me today, we have the great Mario Perez. What's up, Mario?
What's up, Jay? Always a pleasure, my man.
Thanks for joining me today, co-hosting with me today. Well, we have two fantastic guests joining us, don't we?
Oh, yes, we do, JC. It's the same squad as always. We got KG and we got Dylan. Welcome to the show, guys.
Yo.
Thanks for having me. What's up, boys? What's up? Well, gentlemen, today's the NBA trade deadline. Dylan, what's the update?
I mean, the biggest trades we've seen so far have come out of Orlando. Denver Nuggets getting Aaron Gordon, and then also Chicago getting Nikola Vucevic. Wow, I can't. My name is horrible with it.
Nikola Vucevic. Yeah, Nikola Vucevic.
There you go. Thank you, guys. That's what I have you guys here for. No, I'm kidding. And Evan Fournier going to the Celtics. Those are like the biggest I've seen so far.
And don't forget about Norman Powell to the Blazers.
Norman Powell.
Yeah. Or as our friend Dylan likes to call him, Norman Powwow.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my. You had to bring that up pre-show. Come on, man. Like,
Vucevic leaving the Magic, huh? He was a heat killer all these years, man. Jeez.
I feel like that is the most interesting thing from a Heat fan perspective, just to see all of the certified Heat killers just get traded to the rest of the league.
Yeah.
Fournier.
Yeah. Oh, we need
to have Vucevic. And yeah, if Terrence Ross gets traded as well, which I think he's going to.
Is. I mean, Orlando might as well, bro. They might as well. They're like rebuilding.
Terrence
that's
Ross,
an obvious indication.
The whole season, he craps the bed, and when he plays the Heat, 30 points.
I mean, Terrence Ross is never low on confidence, man. He just jacks it up.
Yeah, but then he plays us, and he has to dunk on Bam twice. It's like, dude, you haven't done that all year, and you got to come here and embarrass us.
I've always appreciated Ross's confidence, bro. He'll just jack it up with like two dudes in his face, and he'll make it.
Yeah.
Did he win a dunk contest, or he got second place?
If anything, he was runner-up, I believe.
He was up there. Was it with? No, I don't remember.
Nah.
Any other deals are going on? Anyone else get traded out there?
It was
or looking to get traded.
I know the Nuggets got a solid backup for Jokic, freaking JaVale McGee. I mean,
didn't he get drafted by them?
That's not a bad backup at all.
Didn't they draft him? The Nuggets drafted him, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, bringing him back.
That's a good call. I like it.
I mean, I like.
That's the NBA way.
Doing, man. I like what they're doing.
Maybe they'll get past the semis.
No, they didn't make the playoffs first, bro.
Yeah, I mean, right now Chicago's in what? They're in 10th, 11th,
I believe. They're only like 3 games back out of the 8th.
Yeah, playoffs are very much still in the picture for Chicago, and that's why I think that Vooch move is so big for them, because I think that Nikola Vucevic, when you look at his stats, he is one of the most underrated players, period, in the league. Not just underrated big men, underrated players. And I think Chicago is at a point where they needed to understand. Like, they're starting to realize as an organization that their younger guys were all trash.
No excuses over there now. No excuses over there. They have all the talent. They got a big piece. Now it's time to get it done.
And they have a good coach. When you have a good coach like Billy Donovan, like the expectations are high for them, and they want to see the team finally do something, and they're not going to wait around for Wendell Carter and Lauri Markkanen to develop into something that they're ultimately not going to be.
Yeah, especially Wendell. Wendell. No, but I like what their front office is doing, bro. They're sending a message to the players and their coaches. They're giving them all the assets. Now they have to get it done. There is no excuse now for Chicago to not be a playoff team. At least the 8th seed.
Yeah, and the rumor is that they potentially still could be in for Lonzo.
Exactly. They're not even done.
And if they get Lonzo, like, they're for sure a playoff team.
There's a bunch of teams in play for Lonzo.
Wait. Yeah. Who's going? Wait. So what teams are linked with Lonzo Ball?
Let's see, JC. The Knicks, the Bulls, the Sixers. Miami Heat fans want the Heat to be linked to him.
The Clippers.
Yeah, the Clippers. There's like a bunch of teams.
The Clippers are linked to everyone, even though they have no assets to trade for. Like, the Clippers have no assets to trade.
Yeah, they don't. So I have no idea how they're going to pull that off.
The Clippers are a little old, aren't they? I mean
no, they're just so. I mean, it's just a cap, bro.
Yeah, and it's not only that. In that Paul George deal, they traded away all the assets that they do have. Like, over the course of assembling the team that they have, the Clippers have just gotten rid of all of their valuable assets they really don't have much to trade away anymore, and that's why I don't expect them to land somebody like Lonzo. I think it would be more believable for a team like Chicago because they do have
Knicks.
Chicago could offer like Lauri Markkanen, someone like that. But at the end of the day, right now, I think Orlando is transitioning into being more of a.
It's a youth movement, bro.
Rebuild.
It's a youth movement.
Yeah, they're definitely. But that's why I think that you're going to see them transition into more of that Oklahoma City mentality, where it's just hoard as many draft picks as you can and young players.
Exactly,
yeah. I mean, right now they have already from this trade deadline alone, they have 4 first-round picks. I don't know, they haven't said what years yet, but 4 first rounds and 2 second rounds.
Well, really 6.
I know they got a 2021 and a 2023.
Yeah, when you're rebuilding, bro, it's important to accumulate as many draft picks as you can. Look what OKC is doing, and they still haven't done anything with those draft picks.
That's why they have 34. Oklahoma City has 34 draft picks over the next 7 years.
Yeah, bro.
17 first-round picks, 17 second-round picks.
That's crazy, bro. You would think they would use that to get like a good player.
I mean, they probably will at some point.
I mean, I would hope so for the sake of their fans, bro. Because I wouldn't even know what to do with all those draft picks, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like, might as well just get the whole entire NBA draft
pretty much
to the Magic.
assemble like an entire team just based on those draft picks, bro. 34 picks that you have, like, come on.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but once again, circling back around to the Magic, like, you're talking about them getting draft picks. They got a couple of good pieces in these trades.
Yeah.
They got RJ Hampton back from the Nuggets, and RJ Hampton is a good young guard, and they already have Cole Anthony, so they potentially have and Fultz as well.
And
like they have
and what's this guy's name? Kiki.
Yeah, Chuma Okeke.
Chuma Okeke. Yeah, he's good.
That's why they have some good young pieces if they build around that. The problem is that Orlando's just not an appealing destination.
Yeah, I was going to go there. They're not
free agents. Like, Vooch was the biggest player that they had. So to get rid of him, like, you can tell that it really signals that they're moving on as an organization.
Yeah. I mean, and you can't really blame them, bro. You can't really blame them. What do you guys think of the Fournier to the Celtics pick? I personally wanted Fournier on the Heat because we need a third scorer pretty badly, and I think Fournier fits the bill for that. And he can pretty much do that.
He's a good shooter, man. He's a good shooter.
No, he's really good, bro. I was talking to a friend about the Fournier trade, and he was telling me that Fournier is what Tyler Hero wishes he can do, which is like finish and like shoot.
All right, let's not get carried away. Let's not get carried away like Evan Fournier is.
I mean, I'm talking about this season, man. I'm talking about this season.
Tyler's been disappointing, but Tyler is still a much better player than Evan Fournier.
Yeah.
He's a better athlete, way better athlete, and way better off the dribble.
My thing with Fournier, if you look at what the Celtics had to give up 2 second-round picks for him. So
that's it.
That's fair.
Picks.
So that's the thing with Fournier. Fournier is a good piece because they didn't have to give up that much, especially because the Celtics have been hoarding assets for years, and I think that deal. It gives them a nice piece to work with, but I still think that the Celtics roster is too far away from other teams in the East. I don't think that Fournier closes the gap for them.
I think this closes the gap for them to make the playoffs, but just not.
Oh, for sure.
Not to compete against, like the Nets or anything like that.
Yeah,
he's not going
100%.
He's not going to take your team over the top and get out of the East and make it to the finals.
You brought up Philly, Mario. Another deal that went down. Philadelphia 76ers acquired George Hill.
I mean,
not the biggest deal, but it signals, especially because Philly had been linked to Kyle Lowry, and multiple people have been reporting that they're out on Lowry. They got a backup point guard now in George Hill, which leaves the door open for Kyle Lowry to the Miami Heat.
I mean, they have an hour to go.
Yeah, one more hour left.
It's crunch time, man. Look, from a Heat fan perspective, the roster definitely needs help. And I want Lowry.
If I get anybody, I'm gonna get pissed.
We need at least 2 players, man.
Every Heat fan's gonna go to American Airlines Arena and just
burn that arena.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's why the Heat have already started making they've already started with the trade. They traded away Chris Silva and Mo Harkless. They got back Nemanja Bjelica, and Bjelica as a player plays very similar to Kelly Olynyk,
Yes,
which
I
these
agree with
signals that Kelly Olynyk is on his way out
I agree with
in a Lowry deal.
He's a better version of Kelly Olynyk.
I don't know that I would say better, but I would definitely say
I would
around,
say better. He shoots better than him.
They're around the same level, but that's my thing. They got their Kelly replacement, and on top of that, they opened up a roster spot because you're getting one player back, getting rid of two. And that's why I think all of the moves that the Heat are making right now signal that they're in on Lowry, because realistically, a trade for Lowry is going to look something along the lines of Duncan, Kelly Olynyk, potentially somebody like Precious Achiuwa.
I don't know about that, bro. I don't, because from what I've been seeing, Philly wants Hero in a package, and you already know Riley's going to say no to that.
Yeah, I don't. Hero's not going anywhere. Tyler Hero is not going anywhere. It's that simple.
They're not going to get Lowry.
And I don't blame them. I don't blame them. I'm not trading away Tyler Hero for 35-year-old Kyle Lowry when the Toronto Raptors understand Lowry's going to leave anyway, and that they're kind of desperate to get something back for him.
Yeah, I would not.
Yeah, but if
I would not trade away Hero.
Why would you want Duncan as the main piece?
Because
you got to pay Duncan as well. And Toronto ain't going to pay Duncan.
But Duncan's not going to make some kind of ridiculous max money. And on top of that,
Tyler's on a team-friendly contract.
Duncan is a shooter that you can build around and can kind of fit alongside some of the pieces that they already have, similar to a Chris Boucher, Fred VanVleet. And he's just a more attainable asset. At the end of the day, Tyler Hero, at least internally, the Heat view him as a player that has more upside than Duncan Robinson, and I would not trade away a player that young for a player as old as Kyle Lowry. It's that simple.
No, I completely agree with you, Kevin, there. Like, Tyler Hero, we drafted, 13th pick in the first round? I would not let him go for 35-year-old Kyle Lowry. If Kyle Lowry was maybe like a few years ago, has still a few good years left, maybe, then yeah.
He's still a good player.
He's still a good player, but at 35 years old, he has maybe
He's retiring in 2 years or something.
A year, 2 years?
He wants to play another 2 years, I believe.
And he's still... Kyle Lowry still has plenty left in the tank. I mean, look at what CP3 is doing at his old age. Like, age is really evolving now in the league with how well these guys are taking care of their bodies. Like, people are going to play way later.
Yeah, it's not the 80s. It's not the 80s, yeah.
But that's my thing with Lowry, is just at the end of the day, he is 35. So, and he's expiring. So the Raptors are not going to be able to get back some kind of absurd haul for them. That's my thing. Like, if this discussion was about Bradley Beal, I don't think that any Heat fan would have a problem with us trading away Tyler Hero.
That's not
for Bradley Beal.
Comparing Bradley and Lowry.
But that's my thing. Bradley Beal at the end of the day is just, he's not going to leave Washington, and that's why you have to retool yourself. And that's why I think that we're looking at Lowry as hard as we are. And I think we're making the strides in the right direction for a Lowry trade, and potentially to get Lamarcus Aldridge if he's bought out of his contract.
Would you guys want Lamarcus or Boogie if you had to pick the two?
Lamarcus, 100%.
Lamarcus,
for sure.
Just asking.
Yeah, I think it's just when you look at a player like Boogie Cousins, he's inefficient at shooting. He's slow. He's not a particularly
bro. He's an ass.
Yeah, exactly what you said.
You're right, JC. He kind of is a mess, like from a locker room perspective.
Jimmy Butler's gonna headbutt him, bro.
Those two together, I don't see like them working out together.
Mm-hmm. And when you look at Aldridge, like Aldridge has a long history with the Heat in the sense that like Pat wanted Aldridge, and we heavily recruited Aldridge when he was available as a free agent, and we've always been on Lamarcus's radar, and Lamarcus vice versa has been on our radar. And I think Lamarcus is he's a team player. He's gonna cause no problem.
He's like one of the final like OGs in the league, right? Like he's what
I would say, from the Spurs,
he's been around a while, man.
And not only that, Lamarcus, just the way that he plays, he's very much a mid-range jump shooter.
Yeah, he plays at his
out of the post.
He plays at his own pace, bro. Like DeRozan, he plays at his own pace, pretty much.
I always thought Lamarcus Aldridge, man, when he was playing, I think it was like those first 2 years with the Spurs, dude. Like this, I remember
he was still like getting adjusted to that team.
But still, Mario, he had like 4 or 5 games where he's like 9 for 9, and they're like 10 for 10 from the field. Like what? 28 points.
Yeah, bro. Back in his prime, bro, he was very efficient. He was very skilled and efficient. He was one of the more underrated skill players, like skill bigs in the league in his day.
Damn, like 3 or 4 years ago, would have killed to have him, bro.
In his Portland days and early on in San Antonio, he was just one of the more underrated bigs. Super skilled.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I'm gonna name you a couple players that I haven't really been seeing, and I've been surprised that they haven't been discussed in these trade talks. We're gonna go with Oladipo and John Collins. We'll start with Oladipo first. You guys surprised that you haven't seen any trade talks in regards to Oladipo today?
How has Pat Riley not gotten this guy yet?
Bro, if you're Houston, bro, you got to get rid of this guy because he ain't coming back. He's
not playing for Houston, bro.
And you got to get something for him. Yeah, and Jesse, I agree with you. How isn't Pat Riley on top of this?
My thing is that when you look at least internally, based off of like the last week of reporting, Houston asking price for Oladipo is just way too high for teams. Houston wants first-round picks. They want young players. At the end of the day, no team in the right mind is going to trade. They're not going to trade away their future for Oladipo, especially when it's not a certainty that he's going to re-up.
That's stupid by them.
He has a year left. Is that the whole thing that's going on? A year left.
Yeah, no, I think he's a free. Yeah, no, I think this is his final year.
Mm-hmm.
Then they got to move him.
Yeah, then he's a free agent.
Bro, they should be able to take.
The thing is, if I'm Houston, bro, you got to level the price, bro. You got to level the value because he's not. Because he's not going to come. Why would he? It's a mess over there.
Bro, him and Jimmy Butler and Bam, bro, that's 3 hard-nosed guys, bro.
It'll be a start, bro. It'll be a start.
It would be definitely a start for the Miami Heat.
Like that's it, because I mean Oladipo, he's like a shooting guard, but he'd be point guard, right? I mean,
yeah, bro, he has
not really.
No, you don't think?
I don't think Oladipo doesn't have the ball handling ability, the playmaking, and that's why I think we're in on Lowry, because Lowry's going to give you that more so than Oladipo.
Only saying you're right because of the Tyler Hero experience at point guard. I thought he was going to be a point guard, but
Tyler Hero, the basketball IQ.
Yeah, it's not very good.
Not for point guard. Not for point guard. No.
What about John Collins, fellas? I love me some John Collins. I don't know about you guys.
Damn, he's a good player, bro.
I do also, but it's the same thing with Oladipo. They're asking way too much for John Collins.
But
I think John
Collins type of guy, bro.
He's gonna be a star.
I wouldn't blame the Hawks, but then again, I think when the deadline comes closer to 3:00, the asking price is gonna step down a bit.
No, of course.
Yeah, because they don't want these guys gone, and they don't get nothing in return.
I think John Collins was saying he wanted to stay, but bro, you never know with these guys, man.
I feel like the Hawks are in a tough situation because
they might have to.
They're in a really tough situation because they're playing good ball right now. They're 8-2 since they hired McMillan. They should have freaking hired McMillan from the start instead of Lloyd.
Yeah,
and we can save that for another day. But they're 8-2 under McMillan. They're playing some good ball. They're right in the middle of the East, and they're in a little like situation. Like, do we trade Collins? And our play falters. I don't know, man. It's just I don't know what to do. I don't know what
that's why I don't think that they're gonna move him. And it's from that perspective.
Yeah, but
they're balancing these ideas. They're balancing this idea of this year versus next year.
Exactly.
He might walk for nothing, but when you're the Atlanta Hawks, you need a building block for something. If you're gonna get better as a team, you're going to need to make the playoffs this year, especially if you're close to it. The East is looking weak,
close. They play well.
Especially at the bottom of the East. It's looking weak. And I think that if, internally you want a lot for John Collins and, teams are not going to meet that asking price for him, then just hang on to him because it's going to be more valuable for you, I think, to keep John Collins and make the playoffs and him to walk for free next year as opposed to you trade him away for a package that you didn't love and you don't make the playoffs because of it. And now you have nothing to build on.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's a good point. That's something really good to think about. Really good.
And John Collins, dude, imagine he's like their Bam Adebayo, dude. That guy could be there 10 years.
Yeah, pretty much. John Collins can shoot, bro. He's a good player,
bro.
Transformed himself into a stretch four. because he was a 5 when he started in his career. He was a center, but he just flat out transformed himself into a stretch 4. He can shoot.
Which he's kind of
finished inside.
I think he's linked with the Mavs too, man.
And he's sneaky athletic as well. Like he's an athletic freak.
Imagine him with Doncic and Porzingis, bro.
Yeah, I mean, it could be something. I've heard I think last month that the Hornets wanted him as well. I mean, the Hornets can use a 4 to mix in with LaMelo and Hayward. The stuff that I've been seeing. I mean, obviously, he can use him. I mean, I think we all know John Collins is an upgrade over Kelly. I mean,
dude. Yeah, but does John Collins want to come off the bench? Does Collins want to
over him?
Does Collins want to come off the bench though, behind Bam? You know,
I mean,
or do they play together?
They can play together. They can play together.
Especially because Collins can stretch the floor like that.
Yeah, exactly.
You guys think the Hawks are gonna trade to a rival in the East like that?
That's my thing.
I mean, if the package is good, then I don't.
Dude,
I
don't see
the Hawks trading him at all. I just don't think it's gonna happen. I think that he serves more of a purpose. He serves more of a purpose on their team right now than trading him for something that's not going to be amazing. And especially seeing a lot of these teams, you saw Chicago trade for Vucevic already. Like, you're starting to see a lot of these teams that were in the market for trades kind of get checked off the list in terms of being able to make a big move for John Collins. And that's why I don't see him getting moved, especially if the Heat were to trade for Lowry, which I was reading right now. Shams.
No, I was reading it right now, Kevin, as well. Like,
Shams reporting that right now that it's between the Lakers and the Heat, basically, and they say
I told you about Hero. They're not going to include him.
Yep.
The trade is going to happen if Pat Riley includes Hero. I told you about.
Please don't.
That's why they said the Lakers right now.
They want to include Taylor Horton-Tucker.
That they said right now the Raptors are pushing for them to include Taylor Horton-Tucker, and
is he that good? Because when I see him on TV, he doesn't really wow me.
He's not a wow player. He's a player that can do good every now and then, but he's not consistent.
I agree. He's just not that wow player. I agree with you. But the deal would be centered for them if they were to trade him to the Lakers around Dennis Schroeder, and currently if he gets traded to Miami, it would be a deal around Duncan Robinson. So you're really starting to see that trade to take shape, especially because right now, literally 4 minutes ago, Toronto traded a random scrub guard to Utah for a future second-round pick.
Come on. You don't love Matt Thomas?
I mean, that's why.
I've never heard of Matt Thomas in my life.
Matt Thomas.
Exactly. Literally a useless asset for them for a useless player. That's what that trade is. Yeah. But what it does is it opens up a roster spot for Toronto to take in a player in a Kyle Lowry trade. Yeah. So it's really starting to see, based off of the moves that have happened, you're really starting to see the fact, and especially because Norman Powell got traded earlier, Toronto is going to trade Kyle Lowry. The question is going to be where?
I mean, for the scrub that they traded away, they got a future second-round pick. So I think
there's no way Miami has to include Robinson for him, bro. That guy's 35, man.
It doesn't matter. You're gonna have to include something, and at the end,
you're gonna have to include one of them, bro.
But why not?
Okay, Olynyk.
But you're telling me Olynyk and Achua and a pick from 2025?
JC. They wouldn't do that.
It's not enough. It's not enough.
Yeah.
For what Kyle Lowry produces, for the leadership that Kyle Lowry has, Kyle Lowry is still playing at a really, really high level, and Kyle Lowry can play some scrappy. He can play some scrappy defense.
Bro, he leads. He leads. I think he leads Toronto in charges, bro. He fits in right into the culture with charges. I think he has 18 charges drawn. It's crazy.
Yeah, but is there anyone else other than Robinson, bro?
It's either you package that trade around Robinson or Hero, or you don't get him. Simple as that.
Fuck that. Don't get him. Don't get him, bro. Because we're gonna be here 5 years from now. Duncan Robinson, best 3-point shooter in the league for 10 years. Oh shit, we traded him.
My thing is, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Duncan Robinson does not fit the mold of what you need. And there's certain players. No. But there's certain players like Steph Curry, James Harden, where they're just elite offensive players and they're so good at shooting the three. Lillard is another one. And then you have players that fit the 3 and D mold, where they're great 3-point shooters and what they're providing you is defense. Duncan doesn't fit that because he can't play defense.
He doesn't play defense, bro. He can't guard a park car.
All he brings to a team is 3-point shooting, and his 3-point shooting is down this year. So if he can't if he can't be literally the best 3-point shooter in the league, he is not as valuable an asset as you think.
Exactly, which is why Toronto probably doesn't want him.
And why I have no problem trading him away for a player like Kyle Lowry.
Oh yeah, for sure. I would trade away Duncan.
Dude, bro, Robinson.
This year.
Even if Robinson plays like 5 minutes a game, man, like he gets you 9 points. Like,
oh no, yeah,
but
he can get you 0 in 5 minutes.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's become the problem, especially him and Olynyk, especially over the course of like the last few games. They're just missing wide open shots.
I get Olynyk.
Oh, Hero as well, bro.
I get Olynyk.
Hero as well, but that's my thing. You're not going to trade away both of them.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So you're sticking with the guy who has the better upside, because at the end of the day, Tyler Hero can finish better at the rim. He's younger. He has way more room to grow, which is why if it's between Duncan and Hero, you get rid of Duncan 10 out of 10 times.
Yes, bro. You don't think about that.
Duncan,
but the question is, does Toronto want to do that?
Exactly. That's my thing. Duncan right now is a one-trick pony, and his one trick is not looking as strong as it was.
Because that's all
in the bubble.
He's a bubble player.
Yeah, I mean, hey, we're talking post-bubble. Oh, yeah, they'll for sure do it. But from how he's played recently, I wouldn't do Duncan for Kyle Lowry.
The thing is, my problem with him, bro, is he doesn't improve his game, bro. Like it's so frustrating to watch. Like he doesn't drive, he doesn't fake, he doesn't do anything besides freaking take contested threes.
He said it himself. He has imposter syndrome.
No, I'm sure he has. I mean, but then I've been reading reports in the offseason how Duncan has been implementing a mid-range in his shot, how he's been improving his game. I haven't seen not one bit of that.
I read that also, but where is it?
Yeah, that's exactly my point, Dylan. I remember Kevin saying this, that he's a practice player, that he only brings that out in practice, not in the games, for whatever reason.
I think that maybe his role in the Heat is to shoot threes. So like, if he's not shooting them, he's gonna drive and pass it.
JC, the book is out on this guy already. Like people know how to guard him now.
Yeah,
he's not getting nowhere the clean looks that he got last year.
Look, man, I'm with you. I've seen him open from 15 feet and he doesn't shoot it. I get it. Like I don't get why he's not shooting mid ranges like they said.
He'll take a 15-footer contested with 2 guys on him. That's my issue.
But he's not even contested half the time. Like he's contested.
Yes, he is.
I'm saying from 3-point, yes. But I'm saying whenever he fakes the 3 and drives,
the thing is,
he always
can use the fake to his advantage, bro. So nasty because guys respect him.
Yeah,
guys respect him, and he doesn't use that to his advantage.
I just hate that when he fakes them out and he drives, he always passes, bro.
Oh, really? When have you seen Duncan drive? I've never seen Duncan drive.
I mean,
I've seen him like 2 times.
Okay,
it's
it's like 1 out of 20 or more times. I get it. Like he doesn't drive a lot, but the times he does, where he has a floater or just like a pull-up J.
A floater? What the hell have you been watching?
Yeah,
like he has it. Like he has it open, right? Like he can float it up and make it. But he's like, no, let me pass it back out, and it's like, oh, reset the play now. It's like, dude, you had a floater, bro. Put it up. I get you. I think he's just he's scared. He's a young player.
Basically,
he's a young player.
Duncan's value isn't as big as Tyler's because Duncan's value is more based on his 3-point shooting. If he's not making his threes, bro, I've said it countless of times. He's a useless player on the floor. Extremely useless.
And Tyler's like a dog too. Tyler has like a killer attitude.
Yeah, at least Tyler rebounds. He can do some playmaking. I don't want to talk about his defense. It's
if he improves his defense,
he's too easy to cross, man. What's going on?
His defense is non-existent.
His positioning of his feet, it's a little off, right? Like he gets crossed too much, man, for a guard.
Yeah, he gets blown by way too much.
Like they're going by him, bro. You should be at least, shoulder to shoulder in there, man.
That's one thing I would say about Duncan. His defense is a lot better than Tyler Hero's.
It's a little better. It's gotten better.
It's a little better.
It's like that Klay Thompson kind of like level where Klay Thompson isn't a defensive player, but he's still a threat on the defensive end of the court.
For sure.
Like you drive up against Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson can contest a shot. Is he gonna get it 9 times out of 10? No.
Klay Thompson has a shot fake too.
Yeah, that's we were expecting a Klay Thompson style player out of Duncan Robinson, and he showed that in the bubble. But post bubble now, he's just regular Duncan Robinson and how he played in college at Michigan. it's kind of like, oh, well, there goes this guy again. And that's why I think the Heat want to trade him away. And I will definitely do it for a Lowry.
Yeah,
but wouldn't you keep him as a squad player though? Like, 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there, like that's it. Because right now, he plays a lot now. I get it.
He commands too much value to just be that.
Yeah.
But you guys are right though. Like he's playing too much and he's not performing, man. No, but if you put him 8 minutes here, 7 minutes there, whatever, make a couple threes and take him out,
if he's hitting his shots.
Other
shooters. You're basically giving a description of a
that's a shooter on a team. That's a shooter on a team. Yeah, it's another. In Shaq's words, another.
Basically, like the squad that you put out there when you're like winning by like 20, 25 points. That's what you're basically.
Okay, maybe not that either, but like he could be the a backup or at least the third string of whatever. I mean, dude, come on, you shoot
that's
that good.
If you have a guy that has that kind of value, you don't just keep him you don't lessen his role. You get rid of him while his value is high to acquire a guy like Lowry, who's an automatic starter for you. Breaking news right here. Shams just said that the Hawks and the Clippers are in serious talks on a deal to send Rajon Rondo to the Los Angeles Clippers.
Damn, that's salt to the wound.
That's gonna be.
If you're a Laker fan.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess.
Didn't he turn down the Clippers in the summer?
Wasn't the point of the Hawks bringing him in was to like mentor these guys?
Yeah, it was, or at least to mentor Trae Young, right?
Yeah, or mentor Trae Young, or like their other point guard.
Which how's he? Nothing on him getting traded, right?
Who, Trae Young? Absolutely not.
No, definitely not happening.
Because if I'm the Heat, I'm giving up half the fucking roster for that guy, bro.
I would not. Trae Young is
half the roster. What do you mean half the roster?
No, okay, I'm joking. Well, he's not garbage, bro. He's not garbage.
I wouldn't.
Is he better than Kendrick?
Stars in the league.
But I wouldn't trade him half the roster.
Is he better than Kendrick Nunn? Is he better than Kendrick Nunn?
Yes, obviously.
Okay, Kevin. My point sticks. No, man. I get you though. I can see why, bro. He's small. He's 5'8" or something, man.
Yeah, like he's an undersized guard for his position, but he's
a baller though. I mean, he's above average. He can play. He's an all-star. Yeah, he can play. But no, he's a lifer. I think he's gonna be a Atlanta Hawks lifer.
I mean, I don't know about that, but
or at least like the 5-year, 6-year, whatever.
Yeah. No, that goes without saying. He'll spend the first, whenever his rookie contract is up and he becomes a restricted free agent, he'll re-up there, and then after that, he'll do the usual thing that most guys do, where they won't move until, after that restricted free agent contract.
I want to see one of these guys like Trae Young or one of these guys. I want to see them become free agents and then get like a 10-year deal with one team, like what we're seeing in baseball. Like, just get a 12-year deal.
That, man.
That's 12-year deal. Imagine a 12-year deal with the Hawks or something until he's like 38, all the way until he's 38 or something.
JC, that's a disaster waiting to happen.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, how much money you'd lose, man?
What do you guys think about the Aaron Gordon trade? I mean, I've said this about Aaron Gordon, bro. Like, I've been so pissed off at him ever since he came into the league because the talent is there, bro. He just hasn't put it all together throughout his time in the league.
I feel he's a little laid back.
I feel like a fresh start is exactly what the doctor ordered for this guy. Exactly.
I'm gonna disagree with you. You say the talent is there. I don't see the talent.
I don't think so either. I'm with you,
I think he's a flashy dunker. I think he's one of these players that has gotten overhyped.
He's a amazing
performance in the dunk contests. Like, he's a really exciting dunker. He has ups and things like that. But when it comes to anything outside of that, he's gotten a little bit better as a shooter, but he's not a reliable enough shooter. He's not a reliable enough defender. He's just not as talented as I think people think he is.
Yeah, he's a streaky player.
Now, do I think it's a good move for the Nuggets?
Yeah, it's a good fit.
Yes, because they didn't have to give up that much. They're not really using RJ Hampton, even though I think RJ Hampton can potentially get better as a young player. They got rid of a first-round pick, but the Nuggets are in a win-now mode. So, it's not as valuable to them as other teams. And then you also have, them giving up Gary Harris, after signing his extension with Denver,
disappointing.
It's been super disappointing. There was a time where some Nuggets fans thought that Gary Harris was better than Jamal Murray.
Oh, yeah. I remember those. I remember that.
Yeah, to see kind of how this has sort of evolved, I just think that this is pretty hilarious that, Gary Harris is now gone. But that's why I don't think that they gave up anything that's like, too crazy for the Nuggets. So
I agree.
Oh, look who we have here. Well, let's welcome our late guest of the show, Boz. What's up, Boz? What's happening?
I'm doing good, man. I was really busy during the day, but actually, for the Nuggets.
Wait. Boswick, let's finish Kevin's point and then we'll go to you. All right, bud?
Yeah. Okay. No problem.
Right,
Sorry.
Kevin, carry on.
No, what I was saying is just Aaron Gordon team fit wise, especially because I think that the Nuggets need a 4 to pair alongside Jokic, especially because Jokic, so much of the offense runs through him. Just getting a guy to kind of play off of that, and they're kind of lacking that 4 because now they can move Michael Porter Jr. down to the 3, and I think that'll be beneficial not only to the team but to Michael Porter Jr. I just think it's a good trade, but I don't think Aaron Gordon is that talented. I just think that his lack of talent is going to be less apparent on a good team like the Nuggets.
All right, that's a fair point. All right, Boswick, let me get your take on this since you were so excited to speak. Speak, Boswick. Go ahead.
I mean, yeah, these NBA trades have, it shocked me, this morning because for the Nuggets, they got JaVale McGee. And now they got Aaron Gordon, but when I look at them, they're good on offense. This is on the defensive side of the ball.
Good point.
Yeah, they're like careless on defense. I thought they were gonna get after like maybe a defender, but yeah, they have had issues. They have been experiencing with lineups, and sometimes their offense will click, and then some other games the offense will like take time to to generate. But I like this trade because now you get another star. I mean, Aaron Gordon, hopefully he can play defense to help out the team. But
he has the tools to be a really good defender. He, like I said, he just hasn't put it all together. Still waiting.
Yeah, and plus he's played on a not really with a good organization, like the Magic. So I think if he goes right now to the Denver,
like a bad luck organization.
True.
For sure, bad luck organization.
Boswick, since you joined late, is there any other trades that caught your attention? Like Vucevic to the Bulls, Fournier to the Celtics, Norman Powell to the Blazers.
Let me see what trade has caught.
You're never gonna let that go.
Oh, no, absolutely not, Dylan. Absolutely not. I'm never gonna let that.
Would you say Powell?
I did, yes. I would say Powell. I feel like on Twitter after the podcast, you're just gonna roast me on Twitter too. I'm just gonna be oh my god, here we go.
Dylan, I'll never do that to you. I will never do that to you, man.
Yeah, okay. And now in 30 minutes after we're done, I'm gonna see a tweet from Mario saying powwow somehow.
All right, Boswick, you got any trades that interest you? You like Vucevic to the Bulls, Fournier to the Celtics, Norman Powell to the Blazers, or hell, even
for the Celtics. Okay, let me start with the Celtics because
go ahead.
They gave up they gave 2 second rounders, for Evan Fournier.
Yeah,
and Evan Fournier was on an expiring contract, so this was a good deal because I know Danny H. He used to have a boatload of draft first rounders, and
still has.
Yeah, he still has those treasure. He still has that treasure, but they didn't have to give up much for him. So I believe, but they lack. They're one of the worst fourth quarter teams in the league. So yeah, I believe this was a good pickup for them. International players, they're really good when they are in a good good organization. Right. And I found they always are just like Manu Ginobili and Tony Parker, how they're from France or Argentina, and you saw how what they end up becoming and what they win. So I feel like international players are really that good. But since he's going to a really good organization like the Celtics, I believe that his talent can be he can ascend more.
Yeah, that's a good point, boss. I also I wanted the Heat to pick up Fournier as well. Like I said this earlier, I felt like Fournier would come in and he would fit this team nicely, be that third scorer that we desperately needed. And Fournier's not a bad rebounder for his size.
For a guard, no, he is a good rebounder.
So a little bit more news trickling in right now from Sham.
Jesus.
He's saying that the
Hawks
package
are trading Rondo to the Clippers. Yeah.
Yes. No. But the package that would be centered around would involve the Clippers trading Lou Williams to Atlanta or to a third team.
Oh, that's interesting.
Miami.
Well, yeah, we got a half an hour left.
Damn, Lou Williams, bro, 6th man of the year.
Yeah, and there it is. Hawks are trading Rajon Rondo to the Clippers for Lou Williams. Source tells ESPN, straight from Wojnarowski.
That's not bad. I feel like the Hawks won that. Because
my thing is that kind of helps both teams because the Hawks get some scoring there from Lou Williams, and
sure. That's what Lou is known for.
Yeah, but I feel
like the Clippers are banking on playoff Rondo.
Yeah, and I feel like the Clippers still win that regardless because Rondo has that leadership mentality and stuff, and he has finals experience that Lou Williams doesn't have necessarily.
But I would assume Rondo doesn't start. Am I correct? I would assume Beverly
start. For sure.
Oh, I mean, you never know. Beverly hasn't been playing up to how they expected him to.
If anything, it's what you said, Mario. It's what you said. I think playoff Rondo, he starts in the playoffs.
We'll see. I mean, I'm assuming that's what they're banking for playoff Rondo, which is why they would pull on this trade. Because we all know Rondo performs well in the playoffs. Just ask any Heat fan last year.
Oh my God!
Yeah, that's why Rondo's going to give the Clippers that playmaking that I think that they really need, which is why I think that it's kind of a win-win for both teams. Obviously, we're going to have to see if there's any more parameters to that deal that come out, but I think that's going to be pretty interesting to see how they both work on switching teams like that. I just think one of the interesting things here is we got 30 minutes left here. We got 30 minutes left.
Yeah, it's crazy, and I have not seen not one Victor Oladipo piece of news, bro.
Yeah,
I mean, it was reported he was practicing with the Rockets today. So
I mean, what's he gonna do? What's he gonna do if he doesn't?
But it may even be possible that he doesn't get traded today.
And he becomes free agent next year.
That'll be the stupidest thing that the Rockets can do, bro.
I wouldn't be surprised if I was a Rocket. I mean, if for everyone else talking about the Rockets,
I feel like that would be the icing on the cake of for this Rocket season, bro.
Yeah,
losing 20 in a row and you can't trade one of your assets.
And an asset like Victor Oladipo.
Exactly, and then you're obviously gonna lose him for nothing. So that's not gonna help either.
Yeah, so the full trade details there in that Clippers-Hawks trade is Lou Williams is going to the Hawks along with 2 second-round picks and cash, and then the Clippers are getting Rondo.
Damn, wait. So the Hawks get Lou and 2 second-round picks?
Ooh, now I'm thinking.
What?
Now the Hawks win that.
Yeah, they do.
If it just was for Rondo Lou, I see Clippers winning that.
And cash. Atlanta's getting Lou, 2 second rounders.
The Clippers are just getting flat out Rondo, bro.
Yeah, that was.
The Hawks are getting Lou and 2 second round picks.
And cash. You can't forget about the cash. You go to anything. You can use that cash for a fax machine, for a good pub sub. Cash can go a long way.
Yeah, bro. I feel like the Hawks won this just by the 2 second round picks.
Yeah, 100%. The Hawks won that trade right there. If it was a straight swap, it would have been maybe it was definitely a more even trade just because I think both players fit the teams that they're going to a little bit more. But dude, 2 second rounders, that's a good net right there for the Hawks. Hawks are making some good business, and it speaks to what we were talking about earlier about John Collins. I think that the Hawks showing right now that they're a buying team, they're not a selling team.
Yeah, that is true. It's very true.
So Collins is not going anywhere, man. Collins is not going anywhere, and I didn't expect him to, especially because the Collins trade rumors kind of died down over the last week.
So it's going to be Collins, Capella, Lou Williams, and Trae Young.
And DeAndre Hunter, bro. And
Mr. DeAndre
Hunter coming back, yeah.
And Cam, bro.
That's a good team, bro. That's a good team in the East,
man. That's a team I don't want to see in the playoffs.
That team can be a Cinderella story.
Damn.
That team can be a Cinderella story.
I mean, they can win a playoff with that roster. I feel like Nate has way more talent on this team than he had in Indiana, and he overperformed with them in Indiana. So
I don't know, man. That Indiana team had some talent on it. My thing with that Indiana team is that they're so interesting, just because I think that they have such good pieces, but I think that they're going to be in a situation almost like the Magic, where they're going to make the playoffs every year, but they're not really going to be good enough to get far. And I think at some point they're going to blow that team up, and you'll see Sabonis, Miles Turner, and Brogdon potentially all get moved. I just don't think that it's going to be this year. If we were doing this deadline special, a year from now, maybe we'd be having those conversations.
Imagine the package for Sabonis and Turner. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
And Brogdon as well. I mean, Miles Turner has established himself as one of the best shot blockers in the league.
Sabonis and Bogdan, bro, those guys, they can change the team around, bro.
Yeah, I saw enough of them when the Heat played them.
Yeah. I think Milwaukee was dumb to get rid of Brogdon, or at least not re-sign him or whatever.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Like that Milwaukee,
100%, especially because they replaced him with Eric Bledsoe initially.
Oh my God, awful.
Now they look a lot better because they have Drew Holiday, but obviously they had to get rid of everything that they owned draft pick wise for Drew Holiday. But Brogdon is an underrated player, man.
He was sixth man of the year for the Bucks and then got traded.
Yeah.
How do you do that? How do you do that, bro? How do you do that?
Stephen A.
They just thought they thought Bledsoe was gonna be better than him, and they paid the price for it. Bledsoe sucked, bro. I don't want to talk about it.
Talking about Stephen A. Andre Drummond is linked with the Knicks. What do you? I don't know what's going on there.
Lakers, he's linked to a bunch of teams, bro.
He's linked to the whole entire league at this point.
Andre Drummond linked to like 16 teams, and he's still going to end up a member of the Cleveland Cavaliers unless he gets bought out.
That's where it started, bro.
That's the thing. I think it realistically, I think the pathway to Andre Drummond getting out of Cleveland is going to be a buyout, which I think that plays very well for all of like the really good competing teams. Because like, look at a team like the Lakers. Like the Lakers, I don't know I doubt that they would trade for Andre Drummond. But if he gets bought out, it opens up the door for them to potentially acquire Andre Drummond. And that's what I think a lot of these teams are waiting for. It's what we talked about Aldridge earlier. I think guys like Aldridge, Drummond, potentially JJ Reddick. Like I think a lot of those guys, teams are just hoping that they get bought out because they don't view those guys as good enough for us to get rid of assets for them. But if we're just signing them, now it opens the door.
Yeah, speaking of Reddick, he signed with Brooklyn like I believe a couple of days ago.
No, he's still on the Pelicans.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I saw that too about going to the Nets.
Yes, dude, that's a killer move. If they get him.
But what you guys read was he has interest if he gets bought out in potentially signing for the Brooklyn Nets. He hasn't gotten bought out of his contract yet. And dude, there was a lot of teams that were on that list. It wasn't just Brooklyn. Miami was one of them, especially because people were speculating if we got rid of Duncan Robinson in a trade that he could kind of bring some shooting to the team. JJ's a guy, JJ's like the ultimate professional, man. Like JJ is a hard worker, a good shooter. JJ, a great free throw shooter as well. So he can play in
well. Terrific podcast he has.
Incredible, but that's his best attribute in my opinion. He's one of the best podcasters, period. So I definitely think if he gets bought out, there's going to be a line out the door for JJ Reddick, especially from title contending teams. But very selfishly, I do not want to see the Brooklyn Nets land another player, man.
Yeah, bro, me too. I feel like
that'd be crazy.
I'm with you, man.
Yeah, they have Kyrie, they have AD, they landed Harden, they landed Blake Griffin. There's no way you tell me that they're gonna land JJ Reddick too. Like that's just not fair at this point.
That's ring chasing, man. They're ring chasing.
if that happens, LeBron James loses his mind.
I saw that. Like LeBron needed help and whatnot when he was in Miami. I'm like, that's BS, bro. Look what Brooklyn's doing, and we didn't even have a good center in the LeBron days.
It's crazy, man. Drunas Ilgauskas, Ronnie Turiaf.
Yes, please.
Dexter
Pittman, Jamal McGraw, the big cat.
Yo, big cat.
And these guys have DeAndre Jordan, bro.
Yeah, exactly. That's not a bad center.
I'm saying, it's ridiculous. They're gonna have an above average player in every position and on the bench.
Exactly, that's crazy. And they have shooting as well. So,
dude,
and AJ Reddick is gonna come in
and I bet you Reddick, if he gets bought out, bro, he'll take $1 million veterans minimum to play over there.
I wouldn't doubt it, bro.
I would not be surprised
because he's making $16 a year, bro. Because he's really good, but he's already getting old.
Like a good contract, pretty much.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. All these guys that if they do get bought out, you don't get bought out and you go chasing money. You go, to a team where you're gonna get a better role, or you're gonna be in a situation where you're actually competing for a title. And that's why I think this buyout market this year, we'll see if these guys actually do get bought out. But I think the buyout market is gonna be just as big as
it's intriguing.
I think it's just as big as the actual trades themselves. Brian Windhorst reporting right now that the Heat are not interested at all in trading Tyler Hero in a Kyle Lowry trade.
Yeah, so I just saw that right now 13 seconds ago.
I wouldn't.
They said
and then from NBA Central has tweeted the Heat and Rockets are finally discussing a Victor Oladipo trade. It's about damn time.
With 19 minutes left.
Yeah.
With 20 minutes left.
Hey, man.
I mean, this
Victor
is the
Oladipo right now. Victor Oladipo is out here jumping for joy.
Yes, bro. I've been waiting for this.
This is the perfect time for the Heat to do this. Because right now, you got, 19 minutes left? Teams are going to start panicking to get rid of these players.
And then they're going to buy less.
They're going to lower their prices. So I feel like the Heat can get Lowry and possibly Oladipo in this next 19, 20 minutes.
I feel you. I think if we get those two guys, man, I still think we need a 7-footer, man.
I mean,
yes,
we're going to need more pieces, but that'll be the right start to get this team going in the right direction.
Yeah, at least one of them. At least one of them, right?
We've been awful, man.
Yeah.
I can't stress to you how pissed and how disappointing. I mean, Dylan knows. He sees my tweets. about this team.
Dude, I love going on Twitter, just seeing your tweets on my feed every hour. It's great.
Pat Riley, where's your head at? Scrub, I could do a better job than you.
Yeah, if nothing happens though, oh my god, Twitter are gonna go insane.
We riot.
Well, I'm not even in Miami, so I don't know where I'm going.
If no one gets signed, I'm calling it Miami Heat either 8th place or out of playoffs.
Yeah, if we don't get anybody,
you don't think?
Struggle.
I think Kevin mentioned the East sucks. Yeah, so
we're making the playoffs regardless of what happens.
Yeah, but it's gonna be a struggle.
It's gonna be a struggle,
in order
man.
to stay competitive,
we're gonna be fighting every week and shit.
And that's why I fully expect something to happen. I fully expect if one of Lowry or Oladipo is in a Heat jersey
in 15 minutes.
Yes, 100%. My thing is that these deals just need to be agreed upon by 3.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
They can't agree at 301. It has to be on 3.
Dude, imagine the seeing Twitter at 3:00 on the dot. He get Lowry. He get everyone, dude. That'll be, oh my god.
I mean, the clock is ticking. I'm constantly refreshing my feed as we speak.
Same.
What are the chances Pat Riley gets 2 nobodies, 2 no names?
I mean, he already got one, so you're on the right track.
Yeah,
that's not gonna happen.
Who are these guys?
I mean, D-Leaks is not bad from what I've seen. From what I've seen him, he's not terrible. I still get why he wears a freaking cast on his arm.
He's not a bad player. I get it, but come on, is he a game changer?
No, absolutely not.
You need an Oladipo, man.
He's like a
change the game.
He's like a mid-fringe rotational player. Which,
like you said, he's a better Kelly Olynyk.
Should be slightly better.
Yeah, but Kevin, say his name for me. Bielitsa.
Nemanja Bielitsa.
See, I'm not the only one.
It's
I mean, Dylan, we don't butcher Powwow.
Okay, you know what?
Powell. Okay, Bielitsa.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
said it how it looked.
He's not a center, right? Number one. Kelly Olynyk's a center.
He's a 4.
Yeah, Kelly Olynyk is a center, And let's not forget, Olynyk started shooting threes like 3 years ago.
Oh my God! I got some updates.
Oh, give it to
NBA
me.
Central. The Miami Heat are still not offering Tyler Hero from Mr. Windhorst, and the Raptors are comfortable with keeping Lowry past the deadline.
Yeah.
And then they get nothing for him in 6 months.
Mr. Josh Lewenberg, a Toronto Raptors beat reporter. Yeah, you see, good point. They don't get anything from them.
Dude, he leaves. Oh, what? They could at least get Achua and Olynyk, bro.
They see you and Kelly Olynyk, bro. You sound like one of my friends, bro. It's like, oh, you still haven't seen playoff KO yet. I'm like, bro, that was all BS from last year.
He's a good player, bro. Like, again, he's not.
No, JC, he's an annoying player to watch. Because there's times where he'll make his shots, he'll have a good shooting night, and then there's times like the Phoenix thing where he couldn't knock down anything.
I still think if you tell him yo, don't shoot as many threes, because bro, he's shooting threes out there like he's Robinson.
Yes, bro, and that's what.
Which I hate that. I hate that. You're 7 feet. You're 7 feet, bro. Go under the hoop to your up and unders and your pump fakes and get fouled.
I don't know about you guys, but when I see him play, he plays so awkward. He has the most awkward footwork that I've seen from anybody. He's just an awkward player to watch.
He shouldn't be on the perimeter as much as he is, man. It's just that's like his role. I think Spo uses him like a power forward and stuff. I don't know. I wish we could have gotten someone like Vucevic though, man. 7 foot.
I wish.
Bro, he blocks the rim. He protects the rim.
Bam together, good.
Dude, are you kidding me? Dude, that's a playoff. That's a finals.
For sure.
That's a finals backcourt, bro. You kidding me?
Bro. Just book us for the Eastern Conference Finals with those two.
Vucevic 25 and 10 with 3 blocks a game, and then you have Bam.
And the thing with Vucevic, bro, he's evolved his shooting game throughout the years. He was primarily a post player.
He shoots threes now.
He shoots threes now. I mean, not at a good percentage, but you have to respect him from there.
Yeah, if he's open, he'll take it and make it.
Yeah, for sure, he'll take it.
Any updates on those on Twitter, Dylan? Or
Ira, he says Raptors now soliciting final offers for Lowry 15 minutes from the deadline. So I'm guessing the Raptors are going over their offers.
Yeah. I'm seeing here they're giving their final offers and stuff. Let's see here. Oh, Windhorst.
That's why it's just gonna be a waiting game. It's just gonna be a waiting game down to the wire here.
Yeah, 13 minutes.
I'd love to see Lowry in another team, though, man.
Yeah,
Oh, 100%.
He's friends with Jimmy, right?
They're very close friends.
I wonder if they're texting each other.
He might go back home to Philly.
You think?
No, Philly. No, Philly's not in the conversation anymore. This was hours ago.
That's good. No. That's good. Yeah, get Philly out of here.
But I mean, it's happened before where teams are not in the conversation and they still pick up these players.
That is true.
I feel like Philly, like Lonzo Ball and Philly will be a good fit, bro, because he can play off the ball since he's a improved shooter now from the 3, extremely improved. He can play off Simmons.
I want to see Lonzo Ball in Phoenix or something, man.
My thing is just when it comes to a trade for somebody like Lonzo, I think that the Pelicans want a decent package back from.
He's a good player. Yeah, I would too.
Exactly.
I would too.
Oh, he is. He is a decent player, and he's a good passer.
Bro. He's improved.
Very good passer.
He's a
good passer, defender, and a good 3-point shooter. That's your 3-and-D player is Lonzo Ball. That guy, because he's improved from the 3.
Bro. But it's not just that, bro. He sees the whole court, man.
Yeah,
he's
terrific.
If you put him with Chris Paul in Phoenix, man, bro.
No, bro, you put him with his brother.
It's crazy, yeah. Put him. Dad, agree. Put him with his brother. Pair him up with LiAngelo.
And I've seen links that Lonzo and LaMelo want to play with each other down the road.
Of course, bro. I bet you if all 3 of them get on a team.
I feel like it'd be some Harlem Globetrotters type.
And the coach lets them play and stuff, man. All you got to do, output all 3 of them on the field, on the court, and just get a big center who plays defense, and then like a scrappy power forward who's just gonna get steals and play defense and all that. And bro, just let those 3 guys just get out the way, bro. I'm telling you, I think this what's his name? Lonzo's brother, the guy in the Hornets.
LaMelo.
Dude, I know he shoots from a launch, but bro, he's way better than everyone else on the court.
No, LaMelo.
Easily the best ball brother.
Me,
bro.
Oh, 100%.
When he's on the court, he's usually the best player, unless he's like with LeBron or like
for sure
these other guys, Sabonis and Kawhi and whoever else.
Honestly, that was the most shocking thing to me this year was how good he was, was because now he's injured. But
like they say,
he
might come back. Supposedly, he's gonna get re-examined in 4 weeks.
I think if they make the playoffs, if they make the playoffs, I think he'll come back. But
yeah, I think so. Which it's funny, man. Everyone talking shit about him, right? Like, oh, he's too skinny or he's gonna be too soft, bro. He goes in there, bro. He goes to the hoop, man. He's not just shooting threes from 20.
Bro, he's confident and he's aggressive. That's what I.
But you know what I like too, man. That I guess some people don't like it too much, but he always takes chances. Like if he has a chance to do behind the back pass.
Yeah, he's gonna do it. He's a flashy
like,
player.
Yeah, he's not scared. He's not scared like Jokic. Look at Jokic, bro. Anytime he can do a behind the back bounce pass or something, when you're a star, that's what you do, man. You gotta, even if you mess up, right? Like you gotta try it because then.
Did you guys see? Speaking of Jokic, like, did you guys like this was on Twitter and I saw this live actually when I was watching the Nuggets.
Don't tell me they want to trade him.
No. Like, it was like a graphic of basically Nikola Jokic, this was like a team stat like this season. It was like Nikola Jokic points per game first, PER player efficiency rating first, assists first, steals first. Bro, he's first in every single stat category on that team, which is crazy because he is the offense, bro. He is the offense of that team. Everything goes through him. Everyththing.
It's funny you say that because Stephen A has him, I think, like top 3 for MVP or something.
Yeah, as deserved, bro. Like,
it is deserved.
If the Nuggets were to ever lose Nikola Jokic due to injury or God forbid something happens to him, he gets traded, bro. They're screwed, bro, because their offense goes through him.
I wonder how he is compared to LeBron in stats and stuff. What do you think? It's got to be
this season. This season,
it has to be near LeBron, right?
I mean LeBron's been hurt, but Jokic has had like a MVP type year, bro. It's crazy.
Easily MVP.
Triple-double.
Easily MVP this year.
No. And I saw. Did you guys see Stephen A's top 5 MVP picks?
Yes.
He doesn't have Jokic on there.
What?
No, he does. He did it. No, yesterday's show. I was watching it. His top 3 is Jokic, and I forgot the other 2, but it's not.
Because I shared this on Facebook.
I think it's because I think the list you're looking at, Dylan, is without LeBron, KD, and someone else because of injuries.
And he took out LeBron out of the top 3 because
he did, right?
He put Harden. He put Harden first.
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, okay. See, Jokic is in here. He is. Yeah. So Harden.
I didn't see him on his list.
I think it's Harden, Lillard, Jokic, Giannis.
No, I didn't see Jokic, bro. It was LeBron, I think.
But I think he took he made a new list where he took out LeBron, Durant.
This was yesterday.
And
I saw this yesterday.
I think this is. Let me see when this is. This is 19 hours ago. This. It's on his Twitter, bro. I think it's like the first thing.
Let me see.
But Donovan Mitchell, he has him on here too.
Yes, I saw that one as well.
Which Donovan Mitchell, I mean, he just signed that big contract, right?
Oh, this guy, yeah. This is the list, JC. Yeah, Jokic is on there, number 3.
Oh, real big news here. Toronto is making a trade. They're trading Terrence Davis to Sacramento for a
Kevin, you had to get me riled up, Kevin. Kevin, you just had to get me riled up.
Let's go.
Yeah.
I was ready.
I had
to. You.
I had
6 minutes left. What's gonna happen?
Yeah, 6 minutes.
I mean, Terrence Davis isn't a bad player. He's okay.
Who did they get?
Toronto keeps making. My thing is, Toronto keeps making trades to open up roster spots. So if they don't trade Kyle Lowry, this is gonna look useless.
Pretty much.
All right,
it's gonna be crazy.
It's 5 minutes.
But you know what that means though? Toronto wants like a 4-person trade for one guy.
Yeah, I think this is going to be like a 3-team deal type. Do you
It
think
has to be.
100%. It's going to be a multi-team trade.
Yeah.
It'll be crazy if Toronto sends Lowry to the Heat, then the Lowry sends to Houston to get Oladipo.
That'd be crazy, bro. Like with those guys involved.
That would be intense.
I think from the looks of it, it's gonna have to be a 3-team trade. With
For sure.
It has to be.
Yeah.
Because no one's giving Toronto 4 players or something like that. Some ridiculous number.
No. And I feel like it's gonna include Oladipo in it. Like for this big of a deal.
Wait, you think Oladipo would go to Toronto, get traded?
Or even, yeah. I mean,
ESPN's Ramona Shelbourne says Duncan Robinson texted her, "I don't know if I should take my pregame nap." That man knows he is on. Probably on his way.
That fucking hurts me, man.
That's the most thing I've ever heard from him ever. Like
that fucking hurts me, man. We can't trade that guy, bro.
Dude, that's
man.
Well, Jason, in 5 minutes they are. So
I feel bad now. I feel bad now if we do trade him.
I don't know Duncan, but
dude, he's a Miami Heat guy, man. He's good, man.
I mean, yes, he's homegrown, but like he hasn't like.
But like he's not.
What you gotta do?
He's not.
You gotta do what you gotta do to improve your team, bro. This team has holes.
But he's not like Justice Winslow or something, man. Come on.
Oh, I know that, but that's why we got rid of Winslow.
Oh man, come on, Pat. Come on, Pat.
It's crazy, dude. Twitter can't refresh fast enough.
Right?
On,
I'm
Pat.
like, here, just go like, come on.
I'm literally just waiting.
Dude, this
4
is
minutes left.
Come on, Duncan. Come on, Duncan. You gotta keep that apartment in Miami. Come on, dog. Don't sign off that lease yet. Come on.
He's rooting for real estate at this point.
Come on, get Achua, Precious out of there if you're gonna trade someone.
Yeah,
man.
I would definitely do Precious out.
Come on, Precious.
I think that it's gonna be both of them.
Yeah. I would be happy still. Like,
because Precious still needs like room to develop and whatnot. Like he needs big time development.
Because Precious, let's be honest, he's never gonna be a 3-point shooting power forward or anything.
Supposedly he has a shot, bro. He just doesn't. Same crap with Duncan. He just doesn't show it in the game.
I'm sure Precious has a mid-range, Jay. I'm sure he can shoot.
Sure.
I'm sure he can shoot a 15-footer.
There's been like rumors that he's been working on his mid-range.
But I don't know. He's good.
You guys see what Shams put?
Yep.
What happened?
JJ Reddick to the Mavericks.
What?
That's
yep.
good.
Damn,
Mavericks can use another
that's
shooter.
a good move. Who'd they get? Did they trade?
It hasn't fully come out yet, but they're close on the deal.
According to Mr. Wojnarowski, that the Pelicans aren't going to trade Lonzo.
Yeah, no Lonzo trade.
Yeah, that's a good move, bro.
JJ Reddick to the Mavericks, like that is a good pickup there for the Mavericks, man.
We were all saying the Nets.
It was updated. It says JJ Reddick is close to being traded to the Mavs.
Oh,
yes. Okay, but we saw how that happened with the Lou Williams Rondo deal. It was close, and 5 minutes later,
not even 5 minutes. It was like a second later.
My heart is pounding. 2 minutes.
No Lonzo Ball trade.
If nothing is happening for the Heat, I am like done.
Miami needs something, man.
I'm burning my Heat jerseys. That's
even
it.
if you come on, just
calm down, Dylan.
No, I'm not. It's a joke. I'm not doing it.
Dude, even if we just get like a 7-footer who just blocks shots, like give me something, man. Come on.
Can we get Taco Fall? Like,
please.
At this point,
a bunch of the Magic fans are disappointed that they didn't get him.
I wanted the Heat to get him, like
dude,
besides KZ.
I would not be mad if we got Taco Fall.
That guy could do nothing on the court, but he blocks 10 shots a game. I'll take him.
Bro, that's all he's required. Taco's not even required to shoot with his size.
No, exactly. He could have, bro, his stats could literally be 0, 20, and 10.
Bro, have you seen him? He doesn't even need a jump to dunk.
That's crazy to me, man. He just puts his arm up, right?
He turns all these dudes into like his kids, bro. Like trying to like jump to get like a rebound over him.
Yo, my fingers are hurting over here.
Yeah, I know the Pelicans Lonzo Ball for the third time. They be saying the same thing 3 times.
So
fingers.
So Lonzo Ball
and Andre Drummond will work out a buyout.
Oh, great.
There we go. That's one player in the buyout market, and with Reddick potentially being traded, that's one of the players that we were talking about.
See, if I'm Miami, I'm going for Drummond right now, bro.
Yeah, I don't see why not, because we need some rebounding, man.
Bro, you give him a 1-year, 10-year deal or some shit, bro. Get him in there, man.
For the rest of the damn year.
At this point, I'm okay with that. Like,
yeah, get him in there, man.
Something.
Just get him in there. 1-year contract.
Bro, did you guys see the Phoenix game on Tuesday, bro? Nobody on this team could guard Ayton because we don't have the damn size to guard him.
Yeah.
All we have is Bam, but let's be honest. Bam he's not going to cover a 6'11" guy.
Oh, it's 3 o'clock and I see nothing.
Yep.
Oh no.
Here we go.
But I mean, like, anything can still come out. Like,
yeah, like they have to gather. They have to gather the information.
Agreed upon by then, but
let them gather the information.
Oh God, I'm gonna get pissed now.
They're probably writing.
We got absolutely nobody.
Oh my God, what? You don't know yet. Hold on.
Yeah, like we still have 5 minutes.
Yeah, let them write the tweets, bro. Let them write
the
tweets.
Like, man, he's only one guy doing this. You gotta wait, all right? His fingers can't move fast enough.
Damn, but Windhorse isn't doing a live thing here. Who are you guys looking at? I've got
Shams.
We got everyone, dude. Sham, Woj, Reynolds, all the local Heat guys. Like, I'm just spamming right now.
I got ESPN on my screen. I got Twitter lined up.
And my friend just put lame.
That's honestly that's how Miami Heat fans are feeling right now. Like, this is
bro. I feel
embarrassing.
bummed out. If we don't get anybody, bro. Oh my God.
Like, this is sad.
That's my thing. Give it a little bit more time. But
if we how much is more time for you? 5 minutes?
I'm gonna give it till 3:15, and then after that.
Oh, you're being generous, Dylan. I'm
being generous. Yeah. After that, I'm officially done.
Okay, they tweeted John Collins is staying, Lonzo Ball is staying, Andre Drummond in a buyout. Tell me something new.
Yeah, please.
Come
Can
on,
we hear something about the Miami Heat? Like, come on, dude. This is. Oh my God. This is.
There's not enough updates.
Right. I think we're gonna crash Twitter by just refreshing.
By just refreshing, bro. That's what I'm doing.
Dude,
Dallas has acquired JJ Reddick. Mavericks also acquired Trey Lyles from the Spurs. It's a multi-team deal.
Oh, Trey Lyles? Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they get Trey Lyles and JJ Reddick. Yeah, that's
official.
Shams officially put it.
All right, so at least that one's a good one, you know.
Yeah.
Like I see the Mavericks getting that for sure. Win.
Yeah, the Mavericks needed a shooter, bro.
Oh my God, it's so funny. Everyone's like, "Oh, Lonzo Ball," and then they put the video.
Yes, bro. I feel like Lonzo Ball tweets like on 5 different accounts.
No, but it's funny. They put the Wolf of Wall Street with Leonardo DiCaprio. I'm not fucking leaving. Bro, it's great, man. It's great. Bro, I think Lonzo Ball and Williamson, dude. I think that if they stay together like 3 or 4 years, man.
The Bulls are in talks to trade Mo Wagner to the Celtics for Daniel Tice, per sources. Working it to the deadline, not official yet. That was 50 seconds ago from Casey Johnson.
Who?
He's the NBC guy from Chicago. So he works for Chicago Tribune. And
Lowry has been traded.
No, wait, what? No.
No, JC, don't do this to me.
He's been traded to Philadelphia.
Yeah, good one. Yeah.
Nah, I don't believe you. I don't.
Dude, look what I told you guys. Look what I told you guys. They traded him for 2 nobodies. For 2 nobodies, they traded him, bro. Get out of here with that shit.
I'm not believing you.
JC, I'm not believing you.
Yeah.
It's on Woj's Twitter. Kyle Lowry has been traded to the Philadelphia for Tyrese Maxey, Matisse Thybulle, and 2 future first-round picks.
No, I don't see that. I'm looking at his Twitter right now.
Yeah. I'm unfazed. I'm unfazed. You can't get us.
Yeah, like, nice try there. I'll give you a 10 out of 10 for.
Chris Mannix put Oladipo apparently sticks with Houston through the deadline is a stunner.
I thought the Wizards had Mo Wagner, not the
Bulls.
Yeah, but they traded him earlier.
Oh, they traded him earlier.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because Mo Wagner, because he was on the Wizards.
Yeah, they did a flip there. It was the Wizards and the Bulls.
Damn it, my Twitter crashed.
Okay. That's not a bad pickup for the Bulls, bro. Tyson's a good player.
Dude, it is crazy. Dude, I didn't. I knew that you were not at all telling me the truth, and still my heart dropped.
Like, this is just.
So what? No action today, huh, fellas? No.
This is sad on Miami Heat.
Bro, I'm pissed. Yes, dude, we are riding.
Dude, right now it feels like New Year's, but if you just skipped the New Year's part, like it was just the build-up, and then you just got nothing. Like,
dude,
I was expecting something big.
Man? This is awful, man.
Dude, like I don't.
This is a buzzkill.
God,
come on.
I don't even want to like watch basketball anymore. Like, can I go home?
Who's that other Heat reporter?
At this point, honestly, I'm giving up. It's 5 minutes after. Like, nothing has come out at all.
Nothing on ESPN either.
No, I'm watching right now. They're only talking about the Lonzo Ball
the
thing.
Bulls getting ties.
Yeah.
I mean, guys, like the winners of this deadline by far the Chicago Bulls by far, and then second place I would say the
Denver.
Yeah, Denver. The Celtics. You can flip flop those two.
Dude, Denver's
Definitely not the
rotation.
Celtics.
Oh,
I think
Definitely
Denver
not
got the best out of it.
I mean, but Boston got a good piece.
Yeah, but definitely not the same. Danny Ainge has a $28 million trade exception that he just has. The Hornets are acquiring Golden State's Brad Wanamaker.
Wow, thank you, Shams.
I know it's not the big deal we all wanted, but it's the deal we're getting.
No, that is nowhere near the deal.
Wanamaker.
Wow, I'm so impressed.
Huge deal. Groundbreaking stuff.
I want to make the Heat sign someone. Like, please.
Damn, man. What a shame.
Like, oh my God.
So Miami Heat destined for 8th place to play first place in.
It's gonna be a struggle, man. That's all I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah, it's at this point, it's definitely gonna be a struggle.
I just hate wasting another year of Jimmy Butler's career.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing I'm really pissed off about. We're not helping Jimmy at all.
Because he's what, 33 already, bro? 32?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I feel like Jimmy can play because he always gets in good shape.
I feel like he has like 5 years of at least 4 more years, right? You think?
Oh yeah, for sure.
At least 4 more years of
at least
competing.
3 to 4.
Competing.
Like 3 to 4 at his prime.
I would say 4.
Yeah, he has 4 good years left in him.
Because I think, like you guys said, bro, these guys take care of their bodies so well.
Yeah, it's crazy how these athletes take care of their bodies.
Like whatever we think they're doing beyond. Already.
Yeah, they're doing it like double, triple the amount.
Exactly. Especially a guy like Jimmy, right? It's ridiculous.
Yeah. No, Jimmy, LeBron, even Jokic lost some weight, bro.
Yeah, he's looking quicker too, right? That's good.
Yeah.
I mean, he's still a little slow, but
I see
the weight
change. He's kind of like thick, bro. He's a thick dude, so of course he's gonna be slow.
I know he's big. No, he was huge before.
You're not gonna find any like lightning quick 7-footers.
Oh yeah, true.
All right. Any last updates, Dylan? Anything, Kevin? Anything happened?
Oh, I'm pissed, JC. That's all you need.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's gonna be
all right,
anything.
Gentlemen, it looks like Miami's gonna flunk out this season.
Let's hope that there's some kind of better news. You know,
let's
hope there's some good buyout market news.
Yeah.
Saving this.
Well, it always comes down, I like to think that Mario treats me better than the Miami Heat treat me. So
that's right.
I'd like to thank you.
I got you, my guy. I got you.
Oh my God.
Thanks, Mario.
It's always a pleasure, my man. Always. Anything for you, bro. Anything.
Oh, I know it for sure. Thanks, Dylan.
No problem.
Thanks, Kevin, for joining us.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, Boz.
Thanks, Boz. It's always a pleasure. Well,
good
everyone, thanks for listening. We'll be back next week with episode 9. Everyone, thanks for listening. See you.
Pat Riley, beware.
Yeah, right. And we're back with some breaking news. Oladipo just got traded to Miami, baby. Dylan, what's up?
Finally.
I cannot tell you how my heart is racing right now about this.
And who did we give up?
Dylan, sounds like your heart is going to come out of your chest.
Who do we give up for him anyway?
It is right now absolutely nobody. I would say Avery Bradley.
Yep.
Kelly O.
And a draft swap.
And a
for
draft
Victor
swap.
Oladipo.
That's
Bro,
great.
this couldn't have gone any better. Like we were saying the whole entire podcast, like this is gonna be a disappointment for the Heat. This saved it.
Oh, so no Duncan Robinson?
Exactly.
No Duncan Robinson included?
Nope.
No.
Great deal. My thing is, we kept all of the big pieces and added Oladipo. That's all we did. We added Oladipo because let's not forget, we traded for Bjelica earlier, so he's going to replace that Kelly Olynyk role. We basically traded away Avery Bradley for Victor Oladipo.
Who doesn't play?
That is such a good trade for us. I am beyond.
Everybody used to be good, you know. He used to like play defense and shoot. Like he was good.
He's injury prone. He's just injury prone, man.
Yeah, but for Victor Oladipo, I wouldn't do that any day of the week.
Yeah, that's a good trade.
The conversations that we were having throughout the entire hour, like we were literally talking about, do you give up Tyler? Do you give up Duncan? We gave up no one, dude. We gave up no one. Pat Riley just robbed the Houston Rockets.
Bro,
I'm telling you guys, I feel bad for my neighbors. I've yelled so much in the past like 2 minutes after this.
Hey man, they gotta understand.
Hey man,
but
it was
like,
worth it, bro. It was worth it.
I'm not even in Miami. They don't understand what I'm yelling about.
Tell them to get thicker walls, bro.
For real.
Oh my goodness.
What a rush. And it's crazy. Dylan said it. He said 315. That was the number. 315 was the number.
Oh my god.
Damn. And we didn't get Kyle Lowry, huh? What happened with him?
Kyle Lowry staying put. And based off of all the reporting, everyone was saying that Miami was in on Lowry they were in on him all the way to the end. And Toronto just not willing to budge.
They just felt overwhelmed.
Matter. It's a 2022 first round swap rights with the Rockets, and then Bradley and Kelly Olynyk. Man, I don't understand how we were able to pull that off.
We pulled off Oladipo. I can't believe it.
What a deal! Because now what you can do with your team, with getting a guy like Victor Oladipo and not getting rid of anyone, man, just the amount of lineups that you can run now.
Dude, we still have Kendrick Nunn, Tyler Hero. We still have our team, bro. That's great, man. That's great.
And then that's not even including the buyout market.
Yeah, people are already reporting that Aldridge obviously not going to get traded, but if he does get bought out, that Miami's still considered the favorites for him.
I'd love Aldridge or Drummond. One of those two. Oh.
Bro, if we get Lamarcus Aldridge too, with Oladipo and already the pieces we have, I see us maybe pushing the Nets to their limit.
I can't believe we just got another All-Star on our team.
Like, oh my God, my heart's racing still.
Oh my God, yeah.
And we were
so
so disappointed. Like our whole day was ruined.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go protest the Heat. I heard Mario say that one time. I'm gonna go protest the Heat.
I tweeted out like 20 minutes ago, I'm a riot. And now, like, I'm no longer gonna do.
Now you don't want to riot.
No more rioting now, bro. Season ticket now. That's
right. Like, oh my God.
Oh, it looks like we're not getting much more updates. It looks like Miami Heat's calmed down right now. It looks like that's it. That's going to be the final move for the Miami Heat.
But I'm okay with that, 100%.
I think we're all okay with it. We got an All-Star.
I think that we can all agree. Just the excitement in our voices speaks. It tells you everything that you need to know.
Oh, thanks for joining me again, guys, and coming back for this breaking news. I'm going to go take my pregame nap with Duncan Robinson, baby.
Same, bro. Same. We think alike, JC. We think alike.
I know we do, Mario. Thanks, guys. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for listening.
No problem.